So we're gonna check out this video from Sneaker Life. This video is called Nike is Scamming Us. So let's see what this is about.
What's cracking, y'all? Welcome to the dark side, man. Today we're exposing the motherfucking truth. Nike's trying to fuck around and find out. I've come to my realization, guys. Turning this bad boy, we're doing commentary, my boy. That's what we rolling with 2024. I'm really excited. Got a new setup coming, all that good stuff. But anyway, man, as you know, global release of these industrial blue. That's what they're calling them. Military Blue 4s, May 4th, 2023, 6GOD and my broski 2C. Some madness and badness combination. Now 2024 family sizing, retail on the kids is going to be $100, retail on the youth is going to be $160, and the men's is going to be $215. After tax and everything, I ended up paying $230. Actually, no, it was $233 on these. I did hit on early access, and I'm geeked, right? We're just going to go into what the internet is saying. Nike scammed us. Boy, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? They're supposedly, we never know what the true number is because obviously we're not Nike, but people have their connections here and there. And I'm hearing anywhere from 600,000 to 1 million pairs of these. And even think about that, guys. 1 million pairs of 4s. They sell every single one. They make $215 million minimum. That's insane. Now for me, you know, you guys know how I am. I don't really be tripping about things, but the internet is in uproar. And I do see.
I don't think we need to be focused on what the company makes. You do live in a capitalist society, and we can go into all the things that a company does, but let's continue. And of course, profit is number one. Yes, we know that. The key is, are you getting what you want when you buy these shoes? And our society is set up as such, if you're not getting what you want, you don't like them, you can just send them back and get a refund. Simple as that.
You know, if I really inspect my pair, you know, sniff it, check it all out.
Stop it.
Yeah, there's blemishes, there's scratches, there's glue stains, there's creases. And based on everyone's reaction in the last video, people are really upset with the color because it doesn't actually go with the retro pair. It's more modeled towards the 1989 pair, which granted, I was born in 94, so it's not necessarily that I was chasing the pair that came out in 2006. I could really care less. I just wanted the sense of military 4s, true blue, whatever you want to call it, with the Nike Air on the back. Like, that's all I cared about. And I will say, when I got them in hand, I was like shocked in terms of the color. It's more of like this grayish hue than just a pure white like the retro pair. But again, this isn't the retro pair. People are complaining about multiple things, which is understandable. You know, bad quality, B-grade quality paint, the color's off. Some people have terrible creases. People are hating on the Widow's Peak, which all of the pairs in pretty much the 80s, 90s, and even some early 2000 pairs have the Widow's Peak. It's just kind of what it was. It's nostalgic. And I think what a lot of people forget about is these sneakers only cost them anywhere from like 10 to, let's say, 50, maybe $100. I feel like that's pushing the margins. Let's say $100 max with import cost, marketing, all the stuff that goes into sneakers, right? They don't cost much to make. So I think a lot of people need to lower their expectations. This is not a premium quality brand. It's not designer. Resale does not gauge the quality of a shoe, right? And you know, if you're out there reselling pairs, you're a bitch. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
He said, if you're reselling, you're a bitch. But so here's my opinion. I think for what Nike each individual pair costs, I think it's a fair price at retail. Because we don't understand that what goes into every single shoe is a whole lot of steps. I'm not gonna name all the steps, but I'm gonna name the ones that I know. Number one, manufacturing. Even if in the United States we would consider it cheap manufacturing, they still have to get made. And Nike has a standard of how their shoes are gonna get made. They're gonna care about this. None of them are gonna be perfect. You might have two pair that bought from the same lot number and this, that, and the other, and the quality could probably be different. But we always have to keep our mind on profit at the same time balancing quality, because regardless of what you think, Nike customers expect some sort of quality. Now, and here's what I mean. Got a pair of Dunks. These things aren't leather. They, quite frankly, they feel plastic. They really feel plastic. I'm not worried about the cost of what it costs them to make them, and I'm not worried about the cost to what they sell them for. I think it's a fair price retail. Like he just said, the resale market has mucked all this up, but things are kind of getting more balanced out to it. We don't have to worry about the resale market. And so then, how much does it cost to advertise these shoes? How much does it cost to market these shoes? See, you can't base it on the cost of that shoe. You have to base it on the cost of overall the entire company. Because while Nike might be losing on this shoe, as far as the price go, they're gonna have to make that up somewhere else, because again, it's for profit. And Nike is always innovating. Please, Nike, do not get away from innovating. It doesn't matter what the reviews are, how ridiculous people think these are, whatever shoe it is. Please continue innovating. And if you believe in idolatry, Nike always sponsors the best athletes, and they always sponsors the best teams, whether that's marketing or whatever that is. But it seems like, and I think this is the case, it's not just seems like, Nike takes these athletes' input very intimately and put them into the shoes that they make. You have to look no further than Jordan, because Jordan was like, look, I don't like the way this look. I'm about to go to Adidas. Nike acquiesced to, what Jordan wanted, this, that, and the other. And then, I'm sure it's before Jordan and after Jordan, it just basically trickles down from there. Now, if you look at the number one thing that I look at for a shoe, tell me in the comments if it's any different. Number one thing I look at is the way that the shoe looks. If I like the way the shoe looks, then it's the comfort. And Nike has all type of different cushioning technologies. They're always innovating. I mean, from 1 year to the next, one model to the next, which would lend one to think that, well, what was wrong with the next model? I'm sorry, what was wrong with the previous model? Well, why is this model better than that model? It's called innovation. We were okay with the feedback that we got on this model. Okay, let's take that and we're going to try/improve on the next model. You can look no further than, again, all of the Jordans that came out. Some of them had regular Nike Air units in it. They had it in the heel. Some had it in the forefoot. Some had it in the heel and the forefoot. Some had whole Air units throughout the whole thing. Some of them had Zoom. Some of them had visible Air units. Some of them didn't. Look at the Paul George line. Early Paul Georges had 4-foot Zoom units. The one PG4, it had a whole Zoom unit. The whole shoe in the bottom was a Zoom unit. So freaking uncomfortable, but looks so different. But it looked awesome to me, and it looked so different. But I think I wore those shoes in public once because they were so uncomfortable to me. But the point of it is, look at all the costs that I just explained that Nike has to do. None of them are gonna be perfect, but once again, I think for what Nike brings and the price we pay at retail from Nike, I think is pretty fair, because not only on top of that, they definitely offer you a plethora of options for just about any shoe. Just about any shoe. And they have so many going back. I'm sure it's gonna go back further, but I'll just start at the Air Max 1 when, Nike Day came out this year. So many different colors and options and all this type of stuff. And then when you go to other shoes, some of the colors are the materials on some of the other shoes are determined by what color it is. Well, this color would only work best if it's nubuck, or if it's genuine leather, or if it's this plastic, or if it's this suede, or if it's these type of things. So we'll continue.
But honestly, just so much crying on the internet. If your pair came with a flaw, just return it and get your money back and keep it pushing. Try again on release day. Go to the mall. These pairs they're gonna have flaws, man. Unfortunately, it is what it is. If my pair was that bad, I would just return them. It is what it is. Let's see what the internet is saying. So this person said, is it just me, or is the quality of the Jordan 4 Industrial Blue complete ass? And I mean, based on what you guys have been saying, yeah, I mean, it's regular quality. I guess at this point in my YouTube career, I'm just kind of like tired of.
And then, believe it or not, Nike values every single opinion. They will take all these opinions, they'll come to a consensus and say, the next time we release this shoe, this is what we're going to do, because believe it or not, they want y'all to buy these shoes. If most opinions are based on this shoe is bad, they're going to do something to make that shoe better. If the shoe they say is pretty good, they're going to keep what's good, and they'll even enhance that a little bit more. Believe it or not.
And you're like, oh, it's buttery shatter backboard. Like it's your standard Jordan 4, bro. It's nothing crazy. Insoles are probably ass, not very comfortable. Breaking these in sucks. I always switch out the insoles. I more like the aesthetic of the shoe. These look tough on feet, bro. That's all I want. Looks good. Insoles make it comfortable. What more can you want? Now I went to see, people's thoughts on issues with the quality, and we have here, mine went back the day they arrived. Trash, blue, fake looking plastic, and puffy toe heel like gray. This dude said, cringe when I see imperfections on sneakers. Nike Jordan should do better on quality check. Mass produced or not, no excuses. These imperfections should be sorted out, especially the ones that stick out like a sore thumb. And I honestly feel like when it comes to early access, are they shipping out like pairs that are like slightly flawed? It's kind of hard to quality check a million pairs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always been an issue. And that's kind of even like, my first video was kind of trolling in terms of, yeah, these will be at the outlets. I think they will. There's enough flawed sneakers out there, man. I've seen some pictures that I'm gonna throw up on the screen for you guys. Like this pair has a red stain that came from the box, and I don't even know how that happens, but out of a million pairs, let's just say 1 to 10% of those will realistically be flawed, maybe even more. This dude said the 2024 pair looks the closest to the 1989 OGs, and for that reason alone, I need them. I'm 100% with you. I wasn't really like too pressed about these. I saw the colorway, I saw the Nike Air on the back. I like how it looks. I like what it represents. That's kind of just how I operate as a sneakerhead. When I opened the box up, I wasn't disappointed by any means. I was just like, yo, these are still tough. Like this is what I wanted. I could care less if it's all white sneaker. It looks crispy. Just look at some of these images, the paint flaws. I did notice even the stitching on mine is really like frayed, and again, I can just get a lighter or even little scissors and cut that off. I could really care less. Doesn't compare to, man, the Carmines. You guys remember when they had that, I don't know, like the pink leaked on the sole of the sneaker, and it was tragic, but made for a good video. I personally love when these sneakers have flaws, because then I can make these videos and, you know, we can run it up. Like, look how terrible this toe box is. And granted, this is a youth pair. I saw someone say that GS means glue stains, which is hilarious. But I mean, they do look rough, man. Get your pair in and inspect it. They do look rough, but you can return them. This person had like scratches on the nubuck. I don't even know what's up with this pair. It looks kind of weird, but creases already in the toe box. And I don't really get why people are too pressed about this, because when you wear them, they're gonna get creased regardless. RIP if you're still wearing like sneaker shields, no knock to them, but it's not that serious to me. These sneakers are meant to be worn. Just one of those things,
right,
man. With
right.
Nike, did they scam us? Did they finesse us? I would say by choice. If you get a pair and it's crushed and there's stains all over it and there's rips and you don't return it, you're willingly scamming yourself. Nike has an amazing return policy. I genuinely think these will be a lot easier to get than people are making it out to be. Personally, I don't really care too much about the resale market, but I would assume you'll be able to get these close to retail if you really want them that bad. And the nice thing about, weirdly to say, to pay a little bit extra is at least we know the majority of these authentication programs, they will thoroughly.
And also, I think what we have seen at the pandemic, it was the resale market was just, to me, just scamming people. And if you go to the resale market, it's still high, but I think it's starting to balance itself out years later. It's to the point to where you see it on the resale market, be like, these are probably just sitting. So I can just go pick these up if I wanted them. The problem is that if you're more like me, more of a, you want as unique as you can get, that store that you just go to in the mall that has these shoes, you're gonna see 4, 5, 10 people with the same shoe. As opposed to if you go to Nike.com, which Nike still, to their credit, they sell all their shoes at retail. Unless you get some Nike by You. And even then, the Nike by You is customized. It is only what, $10, $20 more to get it in all these configurations. So again, I'll say I think Nike is being fair for what they're offering, and also keeping in mind that profit is king. I can imagine what Nike pays out to everything in marketing and athletes and manufacturing and just everyday things. And then you're gonna go get a shoe that looks fantastic, is very, very comfortable. You look at some Paul Georges, 110, 115. Those shoes are, except for the PG4s, except for the PG4s, the Paul Georges looks fantastic. They are very comfortable. $110? That's fair. Very fair to me. That's probably why I got 5 different pair of Paul Georges at this point that I can think of off the top of my head. PG3, PG4, a few PG5, different colorways. Yeah, man, I think Nike is being more than fair as far as their pricing goes. Stay away from that resale. Unless you're gonna resell it again, and if that's the case, you're a scumbag and you buy it from resale at $325, you sell it again at resale at $350, where you're a scumbag. That's just my opinion.
Hopefully, I mean, things happen, but hopefully inspect the shoes. Just be mindful, man. Like, if I really inspect my shoe, man, it's pretty bad, but not bad enough for me to want to return. I got the review dropping for you guys soon. Hopefully we can get it out before release date, which is literally in like 2-3 days. But let me know how you guys feel. Did anyone get early access or hit early? Are you disappointed? Just drop your feedback, man. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this release. And maybe even if you think for sure Nike needs to step up the quality check, or do you know, it is what it is. Let me know down below in the comments. Still working on building my Discord. It's live right now, completely free. I'd love for you to join. Just trying to build that community. So that's like gonna be the best, easiest way to contact me. So yeah, if you use Discord, make sure to go check that out. I don't know if my poison video is gonna be uploaded yet, but I have a giveaway. So make sure you turn those notifications on and go check that video out when it does release. But this is your boy Sneaker Life. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Run it.
Nice video, Sneaker Life. Shout out Sneaker Life. I really appreciate your video. it was very thought provoking for me as far as the sneaker market goes, and I think you're being 100% fair. And so that's cool because we get our sneakers, we look at them, we nitpick them. Well, this thread is too long, like you said. I can cut it with some scissors, and the glue right here is this and this and that. Because if the toe box, especially, well, any part of it really, but if the toe box is not glued the way it's supposed to, you wear those things twice and then that thing's gonna start coming apart. You're gonna be like, what the? You know what I mean? So yes, I think your video was very fair. So nice job on that one. I appreciate it.